Hello and welcome. Gigolo Travel today are following the footsteps of Harry Potter in London. The arrival of Harry Potter books, followed by the tremendously successful Hollywood adaptation, has made London an even more popular destination now with the Harry Potter fans all over the world. The list of attractions in the city associated with Potter's journey includes both newly invented as well as some long-standing locations. On part 1 of the self-guided Harry Potter walking tour, you will follow the footsteps of the young wizard and his friends in the British capital, by visiting the filming sites including Westminster Underground Station, Great Scotland Yard, Piccadilly Circus and more. We will be using GPSmycity App to help us explore this walk. GPSmycity has 13 different self-guided walking tours in London, and today we will follow the Harry Potter trail. For a full detailed walk, check the GPSmycity app. Our first stop, Westminster Underground Station. For Muggles, the Westminster Underground Station may be the nearest to the Houses of Parliament, Westminster Abbey and Westminster Bridge, but for the wizards like Mr. Weasley in Harry Potter, it was also a passage to the Ministry of Magic, as shown in Harry Potter and Order of the Phoenix. Poor Mr. Weasley struggled here for a bit with the barriers on his way out, not knowing how to properly apply the ticket, just like many of the first-time comers to the London Underground. To film this scene in the movie, the station had to be shut down for the whole day. Just around the corner there's 10 Downing Street. Contrary to what many perceive in their everyday life as solely the home and office of the British Prime Minister, the number 10 Downing Street indirectly mentioned is also where, according to the first chapter of Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, is a portal between the wizarding world and the Muggle world, through which the leader of the UK can occasionally communicate with the Minister of Magic. It is also there that the Auror Kingsley Shacklebolt operate undercover as a protector of the Prime Minister in a war against the evil magical forces led by Lord Voldemort. Across the street we can find Great Scotland Yard. Viewers of Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix will surely recognize the spot at the corner of Scotland Place, with a red phone box through which the characters would enter the ministry by dialing the magic 62442 combination. Sadly, you won't be able to repeat the stunt as the phone booth was only a prop specially brought in for the movie, and was promptly removed once the filming was done. Scotland Place made another appearance in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1 when Harry, Hermione and Ron sneaked into the ministry under the guise of Ministry of Magic employees. Heading west past the Trafalgar Square, there's Piccadilly Circus. Piccadilly Circus appears in Harry Potter and Deathly Hallows Part 1 in one of the most memorable scenes where Harry, Ron and Hermione rush through London's West End after fleeing from Death Eaters who had attacked Bill's wedding, and have a narrow escape from being run over by a quintessential London red double-decker bus. The actual spot where it took place in the movie is just in front of the Gap store, right off Piccadilly Circus, whereas in the book they ended up in Tottenham Court Road. Filming the scene in such a popular tourist location as Piccadilly Circus was a real challenge. 5-minute walk away and there is the house of MinaLima. Mirafora Mina and Eduardo Lima are a team of graphic designers who helped create the world of Harry Potter, the style, graphics and the majority of props for all the Potter movies. Upon the completion of now the iconic film franchise, they opened the House of MinaLima, a lovely boutique shop representing to the devoted Potterheads a treasure trove of graphic art from the wizarding world, including prints, books and other Potter-related objects. Heading east and there's the Charing Cross Road, renowned for its second-hand bookshops and spellbinding antique shops which give this street its intriguing charm. It only seems natural that Charing Cross Road inspired J.K. Rowling to set the entrance to London's magical world nowhere else but here. In Harry Potter books, the Leaky Cauldron pub and boarding house for wizards, in which Harry Potter lived for a brief period at the beginning of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, is a gateway between the non-wizarding world and Diagon Alley. There's also a clothing shop on Charing Cross Road called A Child of the Jago, with a uniquely dressed window displaying what looks like wizarding clothes and costumes. Cecile Court, this picturesque one-block pedestrian street lined with quirky Victorian-era shop fronts is credited with having provided inspiration to J.K. Rowling for creating Diagon Alley, which is easy to believe given the presence of the rather eccentric shops here, including some fittingly specialized in magical or psychic literature, like the one called The Witch's Ball. Generally, at these stores you will find anything from rare editions and second-hand books, collector's copies and first editions, to old stamps, maps, posters, banknotes and other antiques. Marchpane, a children's bookstore, even carries the rare signed copies of Harry Potter books. The whole street feels so eerily similar to Diagon Alley that one may half expect to stumble across Ollivander's wand shop or a pint of butterbeer. Our last stop, Goodwin's Court. Lined with topsy-turvy buildings, crooked houses and bulging windows, this place is every inch Diagon Alley, or possibly its creepy evil twin, Nocturne Alley, depending on how cloudy the day is, and it's definitely worth a wander, if only to see the real street lanterns and darkly painted buildings that inspired the Warner Brothers built props used in Harry Potter movies. Although not filled with wizarding books, robes or wands, the Black Bay windows and the Goodwin's Court tunnel bear so much similarity to the actual film set that it can give you the case of shivers at the thought of stumbling across the likes of Bellatrix Lestrange or Lucius Malfoy appearing in the middle of the night. We hope you enjoyed this walking tour of Harry Potter Trail in London, and we are looking forward for you to join us on our next adventure in the near future. Take care, guys!